What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Mad Gamer here, chilling and thrilling, streaming and dreaming. I like to share my gaming experience for the most part. Today we're about to finish this event here, which is breaking my heart so bad. I'm playing NBA Live, and I'm playing a really cool event. I'm mad at it because I'm a Knicks fan, but I love Carmelo. He's been my favorite player since he was in high school. I'm sorry, since he was in college. And for him to go through what he went through in the Knicks and to be leaving the way they did, he never had an amazing team while he was in the Knicks, so it's never his fault that he didn't win. He did everything he can, played hard, had some historical performances, you know, and did everything he could as a player. He can't control who comes and who goes, and it was tough. So anyway, we're playing Melo versus Knicks event, and basically you just got to beat the Knicks right now. And pretty good event so far. These guys are keeping up with us. These are random players that I'm playing with. These are not friends of mine, but they're keeping up with us. Our team got to work on our defense. I think our offense is okay, not so bad. Get some good shots. But anyway, so this is the EA live event, and we got a ball hog here, causing a 3-second on our team, as you see. But what I'm really gonna be playing is the NBA Finals. I'm 2 games away from winning the title. I did an experiment yesterday for the first time, forcing my way for stats, and my team lost. But normally I just play the game and make it work. We didn't get it done. And it's not good because we're in the finals. But I am 2-1, so I'm basically gonna play 2 full games. Hopefully I'll win them both and won't have to play 3 or 4 or get eliminated. These guys are playing with us, toying with us, and they still get the rebound. This is a good defense. Wasn't that bad. I think we should have been more pinned down, but it happens, right? This guy's gonna force up a shot because he thinks he's Michael Jordan doing a spin move 50 times. It's like, do it once, pass the ball. There's 4 guys in front of you. But that's called lessons, man. Some people just don't learn, ever learn. You gotta be a team player, play smart, and force it up all the time, and we can win. Don't do it, Mike. Oh, I fouled the life out of him. He ain't scoring. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna play the finals. I'm playing against the Spurs on my creative team. About to win that title. I shouldn't throw this up, but I'm going to. Damn it. I knew I shouldn't have. We got to get back on defense, guys. We're giving open lanes, and they won. And that right there, my friends, is how you lose a game in NBA live events.
Of the game.
I ain't mad. I'm salty, but I ain't mad. But yes, so that said, the moral of the story is pass the ball. No, teamwork. And we didn't get it done. Our defense was bad, our offense was stagnant, and we lost. But anyway, man, I'm feeling really good today. I got to see my mom for a quick minute. She actually gave me some home good food, which is always good, right? And kind of just remember, I think there's taste reminiscence, you know, just like memory flashbacks when you start eating something, smelling something. And the reason I say that is because you study the human behavior and human mind, and the way it works is our brains leaks out a scent. So when you go to hug somebody, you're smelling that scent. You don't even know it. It's some deep stuff. And it's pretty interesting, and that basically is why you connect with people and you feel that warm sensation of, oh, hi, oh. And that's why people really hug. It's like when a dog smells the butt of another dog. It's about the scent, and humans have the same thing, but we don't have to smell a butthole, because we can literally, I'm trying to educate you and be funny, but you can literally, you know, scent somebody's brain aroma. And you can Google that. I'm not crazy. And it does play a factor in many things. And it's just something about it that connects people in different ways. Yep. So maybe there's somebody who you never liked that has a bad scent. So then other people rub you the wrong way automatically without you ever even having a experience with that person. Because of their scent, it can affect you if you're not open-minded and don't, you know, do it the right way, where you just take it by individual experiences with the person. You know? And that's where like segregation, racism, and all these isms start to come into play. They're a factor. And being young, for example, a girl or a guy is with a white or a black guy and break their hearts, so now all of a sudden they hate whites, they hate blacks, or they hate whatever nationality, Latinos or Asians, because of it. And it's terrible. Guys, stick to your man. I'm not gonna repeat it again. Don't try to double team, man. There's 5 players on a team. That's why they keep getting open shots and we lost last game. You gotta play smarter than that. Move without the ball. Move without the ball, Chili. You can't just stand still either. Always move. I had to have him throw it up because y'all give me the ball with the last 5 seconds. Just guard your man, bro. The game has a meter of people you're supposed to guard. If you're blue, you guard the blue. Are you serious, dude? My teammate is killing me, bro. So each player has a color. Alright, we got the blue, the yellow. Those 2 guys, you have a person to guard. You guard that person and that's it. Good play, good play. Even though it didn't go in, that was a good play. Stick to your man at all times. Stick to your man at all times. Like I said, I got it. If they cut you off, I'll block them. Don't worry. See right there, we got the stop because of that. Stick to your man. Good job on defense. Here you go. Are you kidding me, dude? It's like training today. Just stay on your man no matter what. I got them if they come to the basket. He ain't coming in here. Like I said. Just stick to your man, guys. Stick to your man. Good stuff. Take it to the rack, baby. Yes. You made up for that crazy, terrible out of bounds you just did. You the man, baby. You the man. Keep trying to steal it. I got them. Don't double team if they break him. This little bastard. Just stick to your man, guys. Good work. Good work. We've lost all hope. Nah. Oh. Probably shouldn't be playing public matches with random players on my stream, but here we are suffering. Oh, damn. We just got demolished, man. Forget you guys. Alright, I'm gonna go play the story. We're gonna get back into the conversation.
Play of the game.
We're talking about, on one of my group chats, we're talking about eating and what's important. Enjoy your food, right? Do you but learn how to eat healthy while you're doing so. You know what I mean? There's certain foods that just destroy you. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to get an alternative. You know, like you want sugar? There's a lot of pure sugar that you can get that can help you overall as far as being able to change it. For example, sugar, processed sugar is always bad, meaning, okay, well, I like candy, I like every. Well, guess what? There's other ways that you have sugar. All the fruits in the world, vegetables have sugar, but they're natural sugars. So you don't want to get stuck. I'm sorry, you guys really are terrible players. I tried my best to train you on that last game, but I'm out. I can't even talk with those guys. So anyway, so you substitute some of that candy for sugar, for fruits, right? And what that does is, I'm gonna go ahead and just play this playoff game. And what that does is the sugar isn't processed. Anything processed when it comes to food takes longer to process. You get me? So it's artificial, not natural. So when it gets into your body, it doesn't break down properly. It stores into fat. And that's where you get fluffy. And that's a bad thing, because it's not about being fluffy, it's about being healthy. So you can be fluffy as long as you're healthy. That's fine. I'm texting my friend right now, letting him know this. So anyway, moral of the story is we're playing, forget about this process stuff, we'll get into it. So we're playing against the Spurs. The series is 2-1, as you can see on the top right, and I am up 2-1. I'm back home. I'm about to win this next game and just go ham on them, and then from there we can talk business. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to the food and the processing and all that stuff. So I talk about it because I'm the guy that loves pizza, burgers, and candy, ice cream. You know, I really love them. So there's nothing wrong with enjoying and indulging in these things, but knowing how to conserve. You know, there was a time like a year ago, every day I would order 2 slices of pizza and a burger from the pizza spot up the block from my house. The guy seen me that I ordered it so much, he'd literally like, hey bro, he would say my name. Hey man, you getting the same? Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Alright man, see you in a minute. That was our conversation when I ordered food from that place. And I gained weight. I gained a lot of weight. And you know, I'm sitting here streaming, playing video games, kind of changing my lifestyle from being an active person to being home 90% of the day. And it's a difficult task. Oh no. It's a difficult task to stay fit when you're not being active the way you should. You know? So it's one of those things where, oh, come on, ref. You really not going to call that? Man. Actually, hold on a second. I forgot about something. Damn, I got to start this over. Sorry, folks. So anyway, so sitting home ordering pizza every day. And even the delivery guy was like, hey, my man, how you doing? He knew exactly who I was. You know, he'll come up right to the door. And it was a routine, you know. I should have just paid a monthly fee for the services. Like, all right, guys, I'm going to order every day. You know, it would be rare that I wouldn't order. if I didn't order and they pick up the phone, hey, what happened? I'm like, oh man, I just had a busy week, you know. So I wanted to get into my customizations. I just messed up there. But anyway, so the point is that, you know, like eating that much pizza, though it might be fun and good, like, oh, it's so great. That's not the way to live. And you got to know how to be moderate to your personal life when it comes to that. I'm going to look for something that I need really bad. Marathons, no fouls. I'm changing my gameplay right now because I need to do better. Inside shooting, we're going to go with these 3 and try to win this game here. But not so you know, the moral of what I'm trying to explain is understanding, and I shouldn't be talking about this during video games, but it's just a real topic, and it's just like religion, you know. People don't want to give up what they believe or what they eat in, believe in or eat in. Oh man, so it's hard, right? And it's like, oh, I don't want to change my diet, I don't care, and it's like, I'm gonna die anyways. You know, that's the concept of people who drink or smoke or do some type of negative to their body. I'm gonna die anyways. That's the most positive thing that they can say. And I've heard it a lot from alcoholics and nicotine smokers. I'm gonna die anyways. And it really makes sense. And it's true, right? Because you're like, well, I'm gonna die anyways. So yeah, live your life to the fullest. But if you're gonna die anyways, why not die not from your own hands, but from taking care of your body? And if something happens, natural causes or an accident, you were taken from the world, not that you gave the world yourself away. So this is where that conversation gets deep, because now it's about, like, you know what, I'm gonna handle mine and do what I can to keep my life in order. And then what happens is, when you're unhealthy, you want to do less, you want to sleep more, you want to rest more. I need a seat, I'm tired.
New York's got a real opportunity tonight, Jeff, to realize their dream of a championship of 2-1. A victory tonight will give them a huge lead right now. They just got to continue to be doing what they've done so far in these finals. Absolutely. Play with a cushion, get out ahead, and then win this game and give yourself
out of my house, kid.
One more win away. This is such an important game that it can't be overstated.
This guy, come on, man.
Good defense.
So my defense is pretty good, I would say. I hate when they do these one-on-ones, man. Destroy my team. So anyway, yeah, so it's about taking care of yourself. You know, it's not about like, oh, I need to be the world elite athlete. It's not what it's about. It's really all about taking care of yourself and being healthy to be able to live and feel better. Okay, you can look better in the process, whatever. It's not that serious. The serious part is the health and the feeling good. Because if you look really good but you feel like crap, you know, like these dudes, my cousin told me one time, you know, he was taking creatine, and it's a natural supplement in the world. And what they did is they created it in a chemical way. And you take it, and it enhances your strength and stamina, and you can work out harder and gain more muscle faster, all this good stuff. And, you know, I'm like, what are the side effects? Ah, diarrhea, this and that. I'm like, bro, I can eat a steak that has creatine in it, and it's not going to be the same amount concentrated or anything, but it's still enough creatine to take care of my body. You know what I mean? Like, I got fit, you know, I was 18% body fat at a point in my life, and that was honestly at a time where I ate a lot of vegetables, a lot of fish, chicken, and eggs every day. Fish, chicken, and eggs every day, plus vegetables all day. As far as like the way I did it was always drink a big cup of water. Oh, you kidding me? Big cup of water, before every meal, regardless of what you're eating. Just by itself. It's just separate. And then wait 15 minutes. Eat your meal. Now your meal. Oh, damn. We getting destroyed here on defense. I don't like it. Let's go, baby. Oh. Yes, I'm liking the defense right now. So,
he stayed away from problems on the social media platforms where so many young people fail themselves in that regard.
oh, good stuff. Yeah, they holding me down right now. Props to them. Don't do it, Tony. So I was eating all that stuff, and I would still, you know, indulge in a burger like once or twice a week, maybe, and I would indulge in some steak. And I actually ate a lot of steak during that time because it helped me bulk up. It was just really good for my body. You kidding me? I'm just missing today. Come here, Kukaso. Sheesh, that was my fault. So anyway, so I was eating really good, but I would still indulge in these things that and you know, and what I did was, for my sugar, I would eat apples all the time. Like every day I would have 3 or 4 or more apples, and it helped big time because that sugar craving, after you eat a meal, your body sugar is your body's asking for sugar, and that's about your blood levels and all this good stuff. And I just would use an apple instead of always eating chocolates or something crazy. Bro, are you kidding me right now? It's like 6 blocks in one quarter already. Nah, I'm just playing bad. I'm forcing up shots. And I just laugh at these guys who make it like if the game is broken when you get blocked. For example, I'm getting blocked a lot, but guess what? I'm forcing up layups all day. What am I supposed to do? Think I'm gonna make every single shot and never get blocked? It doesn't work like that. But anyway, that's another conversation. But yeah, so I was eating crazy healthy because I did it the smart way. Like I would still eat my junk food. I would still eat my stuff in moderation, as far as like containing myself and saying, you know, that's too much. We know we're eating too much M&Ms. We know when we're eating too much ice cream. We know. It's not nothing new. You know what I mean? Like, it's real. The East guy. So for me, you know, I just cut it down to a certain extent, but what I really did the most was add on healthy things. Like, I can't eat a regular meal without having some lettuce and carrots and things like that that are really good. I can't make a shot today. Don't do it. Damn, he's disrespecting us. I mean, we're up and all that, but that's not what the point is. I don't feel like we're going to win with this type of play where every time... I'm going to go ahead and do pick and rolls now. Change the game. Getting disrespected, guys. But no, so... Damn. Yeah, we about to lose this if I don't step my game up. They really want to win. This is like... I can't make a bucket. What's going on, man? Yeah, they just bodying us right now. Alright, we're going to set up a pick and roll for me to not score. Manga. I got to do more of that so we could stay in the game, because right now it's not working out in my favor. But anyway, so, you know, you eat healthy. How? Well, just add stuff to your meals. You're going to eat less of the meal you have. For example, I'm not going to stuff down 5 pounds of pasta if I'm eating a whole bunch of lettuce, carrots, and vegetables right before I eat the pasta. You know what I mean? So that is a way to teach your body to not overeat. you know, we end up to overeat. I think that's what we do. And it's a good indulgement, you know. It's just the honest truth.
8 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And the defense switches. Lead the jumper. Excellent job
And,
on the offensive glass.
Ooh,
He's averaging
there it is,
10
baby.
rebounds per game this season.
Gotta step my game up. So anyway, so it's a good indulgement, but you just gotta know that. For example, drinking a cup of water, a big cup of water, before you eat your meal. Wait 15 minutes. After you drink the water, wait 15 minutes, then eat your meal. You're gonna feel fuller, so that's gonna make you eat less. And then what that does is that flushes down. The water flushes down fast. And while, oh, come on, ref.
Off the glass.
Easy baskets.
And that helps big time. So I'm sitting here talking about this, and then there's only one person in the comment box that's talking about, like, really? We talking basketball or we talking food? Yes, we talking food. It does involve basketball. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got a little mouse in the house right now. The thing with these little guys is they can guard me in the perimeter, so I gotta just post them up.
Changes his mind and gives up the ball for the layup.
But nah, so you take that into account.
And we're gonna have a timeout.
I really disagree with the timeout management by this coaching staff. They allowed their lead to totally evaporate, and now they're behind, and now they call the timeout. They should have done that when they were ahead.
But anyway, so you take that into account, you know, and how I did that was crazy, you know. And then I started drinking a lot of water throughout the day, which helps flush your body. Then also, for example, there's a bunch of substitute drinks that have less sugar. So let me take 5 minutes and not grab the first Kool-Aid drink or first soda I see. Let me get into the aisle and look at the ingredients for a second and say, which one has the most sugar? Damn! Ginger ale has 38 grams per 8 ounces. And let's say, I'm just making this up. I don't know the real numbers. Oh, but da has only 10 grams per 8 ounces. That's a big difference. I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down.
Aldridge is hoping for position in the paint.
Somebody block that guy. Aldridge is tough. So anyway, those conversations with yourself and those type of quick fixes really do help. People be surprised at how much they help. Damn, I don't got no post moves. I'm gonna have to create. I got a post player. I just haven't worked on him as much.
Backing his man down. Tries it again. Can't connect.
And that was great defense to force that miss. He was right up in the shooter's face.
Come on, ref.
He's up on the shot and passes it out. Moving the ball. Excellent teamwork. Soft touch.
Keep getting fouled, man. They not calling
Really
nothing.
good body control and a
It is the
great
playoffs,
finish
so I can't be
in the paint.
whining about fouls. Let Rudy Gay get the ball. You're gonna help me out. I love it when the guy I'm guarding gets the ball.
Lazy pass. Quick feedback. Slams it in.
You've got to keep pushing and probing. Set a tone in the first half.
So anyway,
We're gonna run it.
yeah, so that topic, you know, is pretty deep, and that's a good way. And you're changing your diet without actually changing it. You could start off, like I said, still eat everything you eat, right? Drink that cup of water 15 minutes before you eat. That's one. Add vegetables to your meal and eat them before you eat your actual meal or during you eating your meal. But make sure you eat all the vegetables. Then, then the factors about drinking more water, just have a water bottle with you everywhere you go, or some type of like drinking bottle that you can clean.
Oh, excellent screen. He curls.
Oh, I was gonna eat that.
Shot clock
Good
expires
defense,
at
baby.
24-second violation.
Shot clock violations are totally and completely inexcusable turnovers. You need to get the ball.
So those are the type of things. So those are the type of ways you can change your format. And I'm gonna repeat this because there's somebody coming in that I was conversating about it, just to get real and hopefully have the discussion with him instead of that one person who is talking to me about it. All right, so Phantom King _V is here, and we were having a really good conversation about food and eating healthy and all this good stuff. And I wanted to share a story. I was 256 pounds, and I dropped down to under 200 pounds, and I was 18% body fat. It took me 2 years, and I did it all natural, just working out and eating healthier. Now, eating healthier, all it really took, and the way I started, I didn't stop eating everything I was eating. I ate the same junk that I ate. What I did was drink a big cup of water 15 minutes before I would 15 minutes before I would take that score, baby. Yes. 15 minutes before I would eat my food, have a big cup of water. Now, with every single meal I would eat, outside of a snack, I would add vegetables. And not just like, oh, let me eat a carrot, a little piece of a carrot, a small piece. Talk about a nice salad type of vegetables. And eat that before I would eat my meal. So if I'm eating some steak or burger or something, I would have to have that salad beforehand. That is huge. Now, another thing you can do, not eat M&Ms 7 days a week. Eat some M&Ms twice a week, and substitute, if you want sugar in your body, substitute it with fruits. Like apples, oranges, whatever type of fruits. They all have sugar, but it's not processed sugar, and it's real sugar. So that can help you in the long run, because now you're cutting off processed foods. Then you're feeding your body the sugar it needs, but it's pure sugar that breaks down easy on your body compared to the processed stuff like that's in the candies. Louis Gay cannot guard me, man. This is like a cakewalk.
That's a 15-5 run for the Knicks.
So anyway, that's another process. Now, when you get hungry and you're trying not to eat at night, the key factor is brushing your teeth. For some reason, brushing your teeth gives you a good small window of a couple minutes, maybe half hour to an hour of not feeling hungry. And that can be enough to help you sleep better. That can be enough to help you not want to eat at all. I know it sounds crazy, but those are just small things I was doing to keep me in order. Because at night you always want to eat a big meal, and it's the most unhealthiest thing to do is eat a big meal and then lay down. Never mind just the health factors, but actually it destroys your cartilage, your throat. I don't know what's the name of the word. I'm not a doctor, but it destroys your throat. Oh, I messed up. And one. Ref ain't calling no fouls. So this guy blocked. So it is a big factor in changing your ways, and it's small things like that. And then of course the more you do that, the more you're gonna start like, you know what, let me check what I'm eating. Now you're looking at the food you're eating. Is it processed food? Should I try to get natural food? Eat the same thing, but eat the natural versions of it. That way you can benefit from it. And one, ref. So you'll end up figuring that out slowly. Then you start moderating your food, and then your stomach right now it's stretched out, right? So when you're big, like I was 256 at one point, I had a big ass stomach, so it took a lot of food to fill me. It's just simple as that. You can train your stomach to shrink, not by starving, but by eating small portions. So now you're eating small portions all the time. That helps your stomach shrink to a normal size, which will automatically help you lose weight naturally.
Shot clock down to 12 seconds remaining.
And it's huge. And then there's things like fitness and stuff that we can get into another day, but I'm just talking health-wise. And it's like, I love burgers, I love pizza. I was just telling the stream, I ate burgers and pizza literally every day for almost a year. Last year, I was streaming a lot. It was like the most I ever streamed in my life, and all I did was eat. I didn't start streaming until 2 years ago. It was a new thing for me. And in 2015, the end of 2015, I started officially streaming. And we'll go. Let's take a quick pause. I want to check out the chat, but also I'm going to react to somebody's question. The camera angle that I'm using, and I use it just for this specific game mode so people can see a different style. It is called Player Lock, and it basically just locks on a player, zooms in on him, and does everything he does. Yeah, and calorie counting, that's a different conversation. I'd never done calorie counting. I lost over 60 pounds, but I never calorie counted. And the reason why is because you know better. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, well, I just had steak and a burger. I had a steak for lunch. I had a burger for dinner. And I'm eating this pizza before I go to bed. It's like, yeah, you know, you're passing the limit there, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that complicated. But calorie count is the most effective way and efficient way. And there's the real method that people, professionals, use. And I was trained as a health coach when I was losing the weight. I was training to be a health coach at the same time. I was a fat training to be health coach person. It was pretty sad, you know. You're 250 pounds, and then you're trying to be a health coach. It's like, why would you do that? But actually, I did it just so I could learn on what I have to do. And it's like, I was discouraged to do it. I was embarrassed because you got all these great healthy people like, I'm gonna be a health coach, I want to learn how to do this, and then you're the only fluffy ass dude just like so it wasn't really, it was embarrassing, to be honest, at first. But then when I started losing the weight, you know, everybody was inspired and they thought it was incredible. And
the first half comes to an end. New York's up by
I really loved it. I'm gonna mute this game. I'm gonna let y'all watch the cutscenes while I talk. But yeah, so that was embarrassing. But then being a health coach taught me what to do. You know what I mean? So if I just went to the gym and did my own thing, I would have never knew how to get things going. For example, when I started being a health coach, I was already getting fit. I was already losing the weight. I already started my diet. But then I sat down with the official teacher who was training me, and they sat there and they're like, okay, what do you eat? And I'm like, well, every day I have shrimp because I would love shrimp, so I would always eat shrimp every day. And they're like, well, that's way too much cholesterol. It's gonna kill you in the long run. It's not healthy for your body. It's not about being fat. You won't get crazy fat, but it's just unhealthy. You know, your high blood pressure type of life, and it's not good. So they've told me that. Then I would have steak every other day. And I'm like, yeah, I eat steak all the time. I was proud of it. I'm like, I eat steak. You know, I got the money for it. It's really, really expensive steak, the most expensive you can get. You know, I'm like, and they're like, well, that's actually going to give you colon cancer. And, you know, there's other effects, but that's the main one that you don't want to, you want to avoid. So eat it in moderation, once a week or something like that. And I'm like, wow, I'm sitting here eating it every other day. And I cut those down a bit. And then that's when I had drastic results and lost a lot of weight. Now, mind you, I was training 4 to 5 days a week, fitness-wise. But it wasn't until I started my dieting that the results maxed out. You know what I mean? Like, I went from just losing like 3 pounds, 2 pounds, to losing 15 pounds, you know, and things like that, where it really changed the game. So that's why I say, you know, figure out what you do eat and then think about what you can change in that. And then adding the water before you eat, adding the vegetables before you eat, and then consistent water all day. Just have a water bottle with you. You can still drink your whatever you drink, soda, juice, you know, and go forward. As far as snacks goes, if we're going to get into that conversation, snacks are really tough. I had the biggest problem with snacks myself. I overload with snacks. Now, this is the real problem is you can try to substitute snacks with water or with anything. It's not going to work because your body asks for sugar. Your insulin, I couldn't give you the medical terms. I forgot how to say it. I used to know how to say it. But the insulin in your body, as far as the sugar levels, really get hit hard after you eat a big meal. And your body's trying to process it all. And it makes you crave. You ever notice how after you eat, you crave for some snacks? And that's because it wants sugar. Now, guess what? If you put down the Snickers and pick up an apple, you're making a big difference. Because apple sugar is efficient enough to make you feel full and give you that sugar that you need, but it's clean, natural sugar that's going to break down fast on your body, and you're not going to have to store fat like these other processed foods that will destroy you. Says the guy that's going to go buy some ice cream in a minute. No. So anyway, that is a part of how you get a grip on it. So then you start replacing it. So it's like boom. Then one thing that I did at 256 is I just stopped buying food. Like it was one of the hardest things. Like my fridge started getting empty, my snack section was empty, slowly started getting empty, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to the store and buy it. No, I can't buy it. I'm gonna make a list right now before I go to the supermarket, write it all down. What do I need first? I can get some snacks after I buy everything I need. Then I would limit myself. Get all the important stuff, the vegetables, the this, the that, the fruits, all types of fruits I would eat. And apples were my number one, but all types of fruit. Apples, for some reason, have the best formula to keep you full, make you feel full. So find the best apple for you. There's a bunch of different kinds, and you'll be surprised at there being one that you truly love and you really adore. So anyway, so do that. Then you can go ahead and say, let me get a couple snacks. And then now you got to moderate the snacks. Say, for this week, I'm only going to have 3 Snickers, which is a lot, but we're going to go with 3. 1 for Wednesday, 1 for Friday, and 1 for Sunday. I can't overeat. So now you're training yourself before you even, get into the process. You're training yourself not to forcefully eat those things. Because if you have a lot of it, of course you're going to want to eat it. The smart, healthy athletes I've met and hung out with, they would not allow processed food in their house. They would not allow any unhealthy food in their house. It was a rule that you can't bring it over. You know what I mean? Like, unless you ordered it and you're going to eat it right away, you got to get that out of the house. And the fridge was always full with healthy stuff. So that was big for me, because I open my fridge when I'm looking for a snack at 1 o'clock in the morning while I'm playing Metal Gear. And I'm like, damn, man, why there's nothing in here, man? Damn. And I'm upset. And I want to run to the store because I'm like, this sucks. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just have an apple. I drink my water before I eat the apple. Remember, 15 minutes before. Let the water come down. Then I eat my apple and maybe a healthy bar. Now, the trick is there's these so-called healthy bars, like granola bars. They're not healthy. Those are really unhealthy bars. It's a lie that they're telling you. So don't believe the hype. Anyway, let's play this game, man. I'm over here talking too much. But yeah, so very, very unhealthy. The granola bars are. Oh, damn, they trying to double team me, son. And one, ref. Show that replay.
New York's 3 for 4 from the free throw line.
So granola bars are very unhealthy. You'd be surprised. You know, a lot of these foods that people consider healthy or they label healthy aren't actually healthy. This dude hacked the life out of him, man. But anyway, that moral of my story overall that I'm trying to explain is there's definitely ways to do it without suffering. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in starving. I'm gonna go on a diet for a month or 2 months and not eat anything and just be all extra miserable. That is the worst type of eating. I mean, type of diet. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be that person. First of all, your life and your energy every day does play a role. Like, your mental habits, the way you feel and think mentally does play a role in your health. So if you're stressed a lot, you're just going to get fat. It doesn't matter how healthy you eat. Stress causes people to get fat. It causes some people to get skinny, but a lot of people get fat off of stress. So, you know, treat your body good. And it's not like, oh, I'm going to eat junk food to treat my body good. Yeah, and then the fruit juices definitely have tons of but the thing is, there's some fruit juices that are natural fruit and they still have sugar. Of course, every fruit has sugar in it, but it's natural and it's not processed, and it's better than eating the processed one. So like I was saying earlier before you came, Tim, you know, when I started going to, I never used to check what I would buy. I would just buy stuff. I'm the type of dude, let me get that. Let me get those. Let me get that. And I wouldn't think about it. And I just grab everything I can.
And then you've got to finish when you get it there.
Oh, wow. See, trying to check out my chat. That cost me. So anyway, so I would never think about it, right? And then now that I started eating healthy, well, before when I first lost the weight, when I started eating healthy, I started checking ingredients, you know, and checking sodas and drinks. And those sodas and drinks, you know, you'd be like, oh, well, ginger ale, which everybody considers the most healthy. Oh, if you're sick, drink ginger ale. It has some of the most sugar compared to other drinks, soft drinks, sodas. And, and the reason I bring that up is because all you got to do is just check the ingredients, what has the most sugar, what is the, you know, artificial or official flavors. You know what I mean? You don't want anything artificial, basically. Artificial means processed. Processed means your body's not going to process it. Think of it in that regard. And, you know, you want to be smart about those things. And you can still enjoy a lot of great drinks. And they still have a lot of great stuff. Like, I'm hanging out with vegans and vegetarians. And they be going to these restaurants that I'm like, ah, hell no. I can't eat in this stupid restaurant. You know what I mean? I want a burger. I want some steak. Like, these people are going to make me suffer. Next thing you know, the food is some of the best flavored food. Okay, it's not a steak and it's not a burger. I ate a burger, a veggie burger, a vegan burger that was so good. I couldn't believe that it was vegan. I'm like, this is a lie. And, you know, it's all out there. It's just we don't have access to it. And this is where, like, to talk about the system. The system gives you fast food restaurants easy money to make because it doesn't cost much. It's cheap food. It actually kills you. So they'll gladly. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I made it. So they'll gladly let you eat that junk food, man. It benefits them because it's cheap food. It doesn't cost much to make because it's not real. And lockdown. And it's basically going to destroy you.
Shot block after shot block after shot block.
So, you know, understanding that and then starting to take a little bit of time for yourself. Take a little bit of time and figure out what can you change that is not going to destroy your life. Like, don't force it. People who go on these diets where they don't eat for a week, you know, for like 2-3 days, and they start starving themselves all month. actually you harm your body because your digestive system isn't working anymore. It's not working to figure out how to fight food, to the processed food. Your body's traumatized, so after you start eating again, it'll like explode trying to save all the food. And that's how people always end up fat again, because they weren't watching, being true to their body and taking care of themselves. They just wanted to try to look good, fit in that dress. I gotta fit in that dress for the wedding. So they starve themselves. They look good at the wedding, then a month later you see them bloated. So just come to that reality of understanding, man, we up 20 points right now. We just lost a big game earlier this week to these guys, and today we're smashing them. Proud of my team. Ooh, I was gonna eat that. So yeah, so those are some of the things, and there's so many tips like I could try to give from my experience alone. And there's so much more to what it takes, as far as like you've gotta be real about it and figure out what how to deal with it, as far as the way you handle your life and what you do, and reevaluate yourself all day long.
That's something they were not able to rely on in the first half. The three-pointer was just not there. They're doing a much better job of making them as this game wears on.
Beautiful stuff. So we're up big, looking really good right now. I'm happy. It's gonna be 3-1 in the playoffs. Oh, but yeah, so you start reevaluating all the little things you do and the things you can change. Don't think like, oh well, I'm gonna stop eating sugar altogether for the rest of my life. Like, that's just stupid. You know what I mean? There's sugar in tomato. You know what I mean? There's sugar in everything, man. So it's all about that process of step 1, step 2. For example, groceries. Just make a list. Start making a list and look at what you do eat and say, what can I change here without it destroying my mentality? It's like you emotionally get disturbed if you can't have. I need pizza, every month. It used to be every week, every day, and then it turned into every month. And now it's like, I can eat it once a month. Like, I'm about to order pizza today, but I haven't had it in a month or so. I deserve that. Actually, damn, I don't want to order pizza because my delivery doesn't send a slice. You're gonna. Wow, good stuff. Getting blocked. But so yeah, so I'll make a list of what I eat every day, right? For example, I used to eat shrimps and steak almost every day. And then this is before I went on my diets and started working out and stuff. So it's not about a diet. I don't believe in a diet. Everything is a diet. So your diet is all pizza, then that's for you. You know what I mean? But what I mean by that is figure out what you do eat on a daily basis. Figure out what you can change and what you can add as far as vegetables. When you want a snack, have an apple, things like that. And then how to fight the cravings. Brush your teeth when you start feeling cravings. It helps. Those are just one silly tip. Drinking water and then brushing your teeth. And all that stuff is going to make a huge difference in you. And this isn't about being fitness god and looking like a movie star. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Nobody cares about how you look, other than whoever you're going to be with, in bed or something. And even that, they usually just love you, the reason why they're in bed with you. Usually. Unless you're paying. So no, so that's where, you know, damn, I'm getting destroyed now. I'm just messing around, shooting around, doing bad stuff. All right, I'm gonna stick to my teammates and then start. Oh, he got me. Somebody block him. Yes, that's what I like to see. So
you might be willing to take more of a chance on the other height brother, even though maybe he's not quite as gifted. Why not have Nick Howard on an NBA roster? If you're good enough for the EuroLeague, you can make that jump. I think it does help.
So, like I was saying, so do that and you're good to go. That's my opinion.
Leonard Byers. They keep it alive.
Get out
for a
of
second
here.
chance
Wait, they call a foul on me.
The whistle and a foul called against Hernan Gomez. And it's off to the free throw
So
line.
yeah, so that's what it takes, man, and it's a process. You know what I mean? Like breaking that down and changing your format and your system and the way you handle things and the way you do things. It's all one big process, learning as you go. And it's really cool, actually. You know, you start feeling better. Like, you know, like back when I got like that, it was tough for me. You know, in general, just like you have less energy, you don't really stay on point with everything. And when I started working out, I would literally be more active on everything I did. So it was a beautiful thing.
A big margin right now in the second half.
Rudy Gay's checked in again.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't think my guy Tim is here anymore. He went to stream. But I made my point. Everybody else is on the chat. We're talking basketball, man. Let's forget about this food. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Talk some damn basketball. So today's a big day. Like, I'm playing as the Knicks right now. But my heart is so... I don't know. I'm like the most disturbed fan. I've never been the type of fan to go against my team. My New York Knicks have been terrible for 17 years, basically. And, you know, besides like 1 or 2 years that they had a decent run, you know, I honestly suffered and was always positive about it. And today, it's the first day I'm rooting against the New York Knicks because they're playing against Carmelo Anthony and the Thunder, and Carmelo Anthony got done wrong. You know what I mean? Like, he was a great player. He did everything he can for the organization. You know, very few people stick it out and want to come to a losing team. Superstars hardly ever come to a losing team and stick with the losing team when they can get more money by winning in sponsorships throughout the world. So Melo stuck it out with the Knicks for plenty of years, and it wasn't even any good. Like, it was pretty rough years. Did they call a foul on me? Yes, they did. Pretty sure that was a foul on me for the first time in a while. But yeah.
Coach is going to make some changes on the floor.
I'm out here messaging.
And he misses that one free throw.
A friend of mine. I love females that understand, you know, like, for example, like, I'm not here to have standard conversations with people. Did I just get another foul? I'm gonna foul out this game, man.
It's a foul called against Hernan Gomez.
Standard conversations with people. You know what I mean? Like, how are you? Everything's good? Oh, dude, great. I like deep convos. I like true conversations, life experiences. It's not like I'm the almighty wisdom king. You know, I talk about what I've been through and what I feel and think with conviction. It's true. But I am the student of life. Like, I need information every day. Like, please feed me. teach me, guide me. It's not a bad thing to learn. You know what I mean? So when I talk to a female, you know, they'll always want to stroke a man's ego. You're right. You're right. So a few times, you know, you meet a good girl who's like, nah, I don't agree. That's a good girl. I know it's like, oh, she's annoying. She wants to argue. Nah, man. It's like, it's about having a good conversation with somebody, opening up the table and trying to figure out certain things. Even with this health thing, there's things that I'm saying that people can do differently. You don't have to do my way. You don't have to drink water. Well, you have to drink water always. It's better. It's the healthiest drink. But as far as like, oh, 15 minutes before you eat all the time, and those things are good tips that can be used, but don't have to be. Didn't I just get fouled, ref? And there's other ways to go about it. You know, just create small portions and only eat small portions, and that'll make the difference in your life.
Quick decision and gets rid of it. Double team.
I'm just getting blocked all over.
Oh, wow. Great timing on
And
that block.
eating small portions can be the biggest factor, because if you eat
Right
3
now,
big
he owns
meals
the
like
paint,
everybody else,
getting
3
every
huge meals a
rebound
day,
in sight.
that's what we normally do. We gotta eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's installed in us, right? But if you eat 6, like I was eating 6 to 7 times a day or more, 6 or 7 times a day. Listen to what I'm saying. 6 or 7 times a day, and I lost over 50 pounds. I lost 64 pounds, I think it was, in total.
No question, are off to a very
And
cold start here today from the
I ate 6 to
line
7 times a
first
day.
half.
And the reason why was because I would eat small portion meals. And that was huge, because it helped my digestive system and it helped me flush my food out faster and keep my body active. You know, it was really good. It's a lot of work to eat that many times a day. You gotta have food prepared. You know, have your little snacks. Oh, dude, pass the ball.
Are teams who go on the road, find
So,
themselves in a hole, and continue to
I feel like right now
teams are never out of the game.
my
They
team
have
needs me
worked
to
their
score,
way
so
back
I'm gonna
into
keep
the
scoring,
game,
even though I
and
should
now,
probably
listen,
just
it's not enough to get
start
close.
playing
You gotta
team
find
ball.
your way
But
over
at
the
this
hump.
point, I'm just trying to win the championship.
To Aldridge.
Oh, he got me.
Nicely.
Oh, try to slap that out of
Unable to flip
his
it in.
face. And one.
Attacks the basket. Big offensive rebound.
Oh, I got fouled, ref.
Are you
Damn it.
kidding me? That's
I got 10 rebounds without trying in this game,
Fires away for 2.
while I couldn't get 10 rebounds while I was trying in the last game. That's crazy.
To Bonafide.
Let me check my stat line, actually. So look at that. I need 1 more assist for my triple-double. This is insane, man. I couldn't get a triple-double when I tried to get one last game. I got one in this game without even
in
trying.
the NBA. If you don't get back, you have no one to blame but yourself. This offensive team.
So that tells you just be
killing
yourself.
them in
Don't force
transition
them.
Time and time again.
Just be
and
you
it does
at all
not
times.
reflect well
And
on
this is
the
my normal
basketball
play style.
character
Oh,
of this
damn.
team.
Bad pass. Well, that wasn't my normal play style. But anyway, so that topic right there, you know, you gotta figure it out. And the biggest thing to figure out is being smart enough to just ask questions, to talk to people. I would spend at least 30 minutes at the gym. Like, I'm working out at the gym, right? Doing my little workout. Everything's cool. Awesome workout. Nice, nice.
Just couldn't knock it in.
And I'm watching this guy do the weirdest
That's deep
exercise.
penetration
And it
into
looks
the
so
paint,
weird that you
which
laugh.
usually
Of course you
results
laugh
in a
internally. You don't
nice
want to
finish.
laugh at the person. But you laugh because you're like, that looks so weird. What is going on? And
Gasol's using the screen, trying to
instead
get
of
free.
being a douche and laughing the way I'm explaining,
Misfires again.
I would talk to him and say, hey, excuse me, what is that exercise? I've never seen it before. Oh, that's the, when then they'll tell me the name. Oh, God, I just messed up. Somebody block him.
Inside to the basket.
They really want to come back. But it's game over, man.
What a play.
It's not enough just to beat your man off the dribble.
Easy
You gotta
dunk. Look at
finish the
this.
play.
Oh, got fouled, ref. I got fouled.
Don't come in here with that
But,
soft stuff.
So then I would stop and ask them, and they would tell me, and I'm like, "Does that work? What does that do?" I mean, I see it's working your hip flexors. What else does it do? It's like, oh, works your ankle, does this, does that. So then now I'm getting all this information about. Damn, they're coming back. I gotta stop playing and stop being silly. So I'm getting all this information from these people, and then I try the exercises myself to see how efficient they are, and I'll Google them and look them up to see what do they offer. These guys actually caught up, guys. If they foul me, we just might win. I gotta make these shots now. So I'm making it interesting for you guys. Free throws. I should have been the one to catch the ball, not inbound it. So, you know, I learned all these exercises, and some of them are actually amazing. You know, there was one that I saw a guy do, and I'm like, man, that looks pretty intense. It's interesting. It has to do with balance. I have a bad ankle. It could strengthen my ankle. I didn't know what it was, but it was a one-legged rush. Roman deadlift, I believe it's called. One-legged Roman deadlift. And that exercise enhances your hip flexors, your hip muscles, your lower back, your leg, and strengthens your ankle, which I broke both of my ankles in different times in my life. Look at this. I'm missing the most important free throws in my career. There it is.
Second free throw's good. It's a 4-point lead.
And we won, folks. Good game. Let's listen in.
And this contest is over. The final score is 111 to 107. For Jeff Van Gundy and our entire EA Sports crew, this is Mike Breen saying good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Knicks emerged victorious after a tight finish. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. The Spurs are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game trap. Blocks.
You might have heard me say this before. Life is about dealing with rejection. And you know what? Each of these teams learned that lesson here today. I watched rejections happen left and right in this game.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. And here we have a look at his stat line. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
And now we've got the playoff bracket. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
That right there, my friends, is game 4. I have won 3. I only lost 1 game because I was trying to do this stupid thing and it didn't work out. I got to play my normal game. And today I just played it right now. You got to see me play, chilling out, just vibing and playing the way I normally play. And now you see my stat line. It's looking lovely. 3 blocks, almost a triple-double. with 50 points. That's insane. That's a superstar type of caliber performance. But anyway, yeah, been talking about health, fitness, and the realities. So here it is. So let's check out this convo with one of these reporters. Really dope conversation. I feel like he's somebody I know. You know, everybody has a mentor like this. I didn't have one until I was like 17 years old. Well, actually, I think I was 18 by the time I met him. And it was such a blessing to meet him, even though it was late in my life and I was already lost. He helped center me. So this guy right here centers you. He talks about real life, talks about things. He gets kind of deep. It sure does. We're having a convo talking about how he told me it was going to happen. He's talking about he's going to retire. And I'm like, you're not funny, man. Stop playing. Actually, we won. When one more label try to stop me. Alright, so we did 4 games. Skip to the next week. Get into some conversations with the coach, with the staff, and see what's going down. Oh, actually, wait, we won already. Wait, that was weird. What just happened? A lot just happened. Check it out.
Well, here we are. Here we are, Max Kellerman. I mean, breaking news, man. I don't mean to toot my own horn or anything like that, but somebody named the comeback kid was named league MVP. I'm sorry. What was that not me that told you? Was that not me? Did I not tell you that this dude was going to be the league MVP? Was I not 100% correct?
How many speeding tickets you get on the way to work this morning? You couldn't wait to get out of bed and come to work and tell me this nonsense.
It was a beautiful moment I thought about.
Look, it is painful for me to admit it. I can't even get the words out. But you were right. You always had faith in this kid, and he's won the MVP, and that's an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah.
I still think he could be even better, Stephen A. I still think he could be even more dominant, even more effective.
You really said that with a straight face.
I really do.
It's never enough for you, Max. Never enough.
I'm not saying it's not enough. I mean, clearly we're talking about the league MVP here. But to look at his game, look at that talent, Stephen A. You've always recognized it. Look at his ability. You have to wonder how great he could be. If
what? If he continually passed the ball to lesser players?
No, that wasn't my point. But
really?
No, it wasn't my point. But now that you've gone in that direction, I want to see if maybe in a different system with different talent around
stop
him.
it.
Well, let me tell you why I say it. Because we know if you're the MVP of the NBA in any given year, you're a great player.
Yeah.
But Stephen A., this is what I'm asking now. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
I think I am. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm saying, can he be the greatest player, the GOAT? Can this kid be the one?
Fair enough. But that would require you admitting that you were completely wrong. You were very disrespectful to this kid, and you need to apologize on national TV for the blasphemous you spewed out of your mouth when you completely underrated this kid. Now, maybe if you do that, you'll have a license to talk about this kid with some degree of objectivity. But until then, you will own, absolutely positively own what you sat up there and said just months ago.
You think the comeback kid was motivated by sycophants like you?
No.
Who, I always believed in your kid. He was motivated to prove all the doubters wrong. The naysayers. I motivated this kid. Who knows? If not for me, he may never be MVP of the league.
Here's why you're wrong again. Because he paired with someone else, the Hyde brothers, to make the Hyde brothers. And it was together with one another that got them noticed once again. And who made that suggestion? That would be yours truly, Prophet Stephen A.
Look, let's leave us out of this for a second. I'm talking about, can this kid be the GOAT? Can he be the greatest player who ever lived?
It's too young.
Can he be the one? Can he be the one, yes or no?
It's too young to talk about that stuff. He doesn't deserve that kind of pressure heaped on his shoulders. Let him enjoy the moment and remind us all of his greatness.
Every once in a while, a player comes along who has you, who can capture your imagination and make you wonder if he can be the one.
I don't have any time for you right now. I got to answer this phone call.
You got a GM on the line?
Yes, I do. Hello.
These guys are stupid. That was really funny. That was probably their best moment that they had in this game. Shout out to the chat. What's up, Joe? I'm out here. Just won a championship. And we're celebrating, man. We're celebrating right now. Taking it one step at a time. I want to explain and show you guys some of these things. It doesn't have it? What the hell? Oh, man. So we're going to get into a couple of things before I go forward, and we're going to go into alerts. All right. I'm in the all defensive first team. All right. I'm in the all rookies first team. I don't think there's ever been an NBA player that's done all this. I'm in the all NBA first team. I won rookie of the year. I won MVP of the year. All right. You're talking about insane, man. Insane. In the membrane. We're not going to get into all that right there, though. But, yeah, so crazy, 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 crazy. Beautiful stuff. It was a great season, and we won the championship. Now we're going to talk to these agents. We're going to talk to the situation and see what's happening with these guys. And we're going to start off with my agent, who's been with me through this journey. Congratulations, the Knicks loved you. Would like to offer you a 1-year contract. Let me know if you're golden to sign. I definitely want to be back with the Knicks. It's my favorite team, even if they suck in real life right now. And I'm just going to take it. I have to take it. I have to take it because I pay $2,000 plus, $4,000 for tickets to the Knicks game. That's a terrible price to pay. You're an idiot if you do that. And I've done it several times when I used to make crazy money in the old days. And I had to sign that contract again because I love my Knicks. From the looks of it, see, he's letting me know that I won the MVP. Wow, just wow. You went through all these great things. The potential to be great. I wasn't expecting you to see so much so early. You work hard and done well, kid. Now, these conversations change. They're all about what you do or you don't do. And I'm going to play a season and play terrible and see how that goes. And now we're just talking about him writing an article about me, about the MVP. And then we have another texting conversation. And of course, these conversations all change depending on the dialogue. If the player's not playing good, if he's doing good. And now he's just talking about how good I was and making it to the NBA All-Star first team. And that's not an easy task, man. And I did it on super hard difficulty. I did it with a 12-minute quarters. Tough stuff to do. And he's talking about how proud he is. Always. Thanks again. I'm just showing him love. Letting him know I appreciate him. And I want y'all to see my stat line in a minute. First of all, in the playoffs, I average a triple-double. In the regular season, I average a triple-double. And here we are, the off season, talking about ball. And hopefully my players can re-sign this year. I don't know what my next team is going to look like. It's going to be rough. I mean, I signed with them knowing they weren't the greatest team, but I need some damn shooters so when I pass them the ball, they can make it work, you know? And my stats are not available right now. Let's check in with my agent real quick. See what he got to tell me. You ready to start a new season? Definitely. So listen, head into the second season, you should do some bit more, you know, to control your own narrative, to tell your own story. There goes the agent trying to get me to buy stuff. Here's the thing, today, you don't have control of your story, your own story. People just make it up what they want. Get it? So what's next? We need to give more interviews, make more appearances, and get solid endorsements in the works. You need to be in charge of controlling your own image. Sounds time consuming. So I've been denying any endorsements because I just ain't about that life. You know, I ain't gonna endorse energy drinks because I think they're unhealthy. I ain't gonna endorse no cars. Probably I'm gonna say yes this time and kind of just go with the flow. And he's like, I'm letting him know I just want to be basketball. And he's like, yeah, I hear you. Trust me. All the greats had to carefully craft public image. This season, you need to let me help you do that. Yeah, I know, you're right. So I'm going to let him this year. Last year, I didn't do it. Agreed. Talk soon. Thanks. So that's it. Just a quick convo. Nothing crazy, man. Nothing crazy. And I'm going to go into my player real quick. Play a card real quick. Check out my season stats here. Oh, what the heck? Alright, let's go with the career averages here, right? In 29 minutes, I averaged 29 minutes a game. I scored 38 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists per game with 1 block and some decent numbers. Now we're going to get into the playoffs. Playoffs? Let's check out the playoffs. I played 28 minutes. I averaged 43 points, ball hog. Man, I was just shy of a triple-double. 9.5 rebounds and 10 assists. So I was almost there, guys. I did average 2 blocks extra, so that's pretty dope. But I almost had a triple-double in the playoffs also. So, there. This year, I got to do better. I got to be better. I think I had a great year. Oh, snaps. We signed Carl Anthony. Oh, we're going to... Oh, my God. This is going to be the greatest team. And I still got Melo. So this is the creative character. And it doesn't let you update the regular roster. because you're playing a created character, created teams, and you're allowing them to go. So I had the regular Knicks team before Melo got traded. I had the game before Melo got traded, and I created this a while ago, like 2 weeks before the game came out, and I was playing it since, and Melo was on my team. But I just got Karl Anthony Towns, one of the best big men in the NBA, and his second year. Well, actually, wait a minute. I'm sorry, he's on his third year right now from my memory. But this kid's a beast. Like, he's unreal. So we just upgraded huge. Who else did we get? Oh, Monk. I love Monk. That's dope. This will be a dream come true if Karl Anthony can get onto the Knicks. But I don't think it's going to ever happen. There's no way they're going to allow him. And, yeah. So these guys, I'm not really too excited about, being honest. But you got to give it to Karl Anthony right there. That's sick. Dude's a beast. If you don't know about him, Google this kid. Wow. We just really had a dominant team now. Like, I mean, I needed a big man that could score easy. And him and Porzingis together on the floor is going to be heaven sent. Heaven sent. Wow. I could demand a trade here. Look at this. Definitely not going to do that because I love my Knicks. But it's a possibility. Let's go to customizations for a second here. And I like what I did there for this game that just passed. And so far so good. My players average. I don't put any tattoos on them. Nothing crazy. I might throw on some accessories because I want to make them look fresh. Alright. Anyway, sorry for that excitement. We're going to step outside of this league and jump into the events again, because it's almost time to watch the New York Knicks, and I'm not going to play too much. So these live events basically work like this. NBA tip-off, Melo versus the Knicks. So they create these events that are the co-op experiences. So when I get in here, I can play with friends or randoms, which I'm going to play with randoms right now. And we can team up to play against these teams. And these teams basically join. Melo joins, da-da-da-da. So now I got to play 3 games against starting lineups of both teams. So I'm going to play against Melo's team. I'm going to play against the Knicks. And they're going to, for the third game, I believe, we'll probably have mixtures. So I got to win 3 games in a row. And I got to beat them in this co-op experience with other players. And at the moment, it's already a full lobby. And I might turn my mic off so they won't have to suffer while I'm streaming and hear me talking to the chat as we go. Everybody on the social media outlets outside of Twitch and YouTube, understand that the comments don't pop up right away. I have to look at them later as we go. So apologies if you really want, you know, me to respond to you. I'm going to open the other outlets right now. YouTube and, again, YouTube and Twitch are the main 2 that do pop up on my chat, but the others don't, normally don't. So apologies if you're commenting and I'm not responding. I appreciate you hanging out. I'm looking at it right now. So, is NBA Live better than 2K? I wouldn't be playing it if I didn't feel that way, but you know, the standard of how people appreciate games is very different.
Games that get it.
And people are stuck in their McDonald's lifestyle, meaning, you know, you go to McDonald's instead of any other place when the other place has healthier food, has, oh damn, don't do it. Get out of here, little boy.
Good shit. Good.
So, you know, the McDonald's, I gotta meet this guy. Sorry, dude. Don't pass me the ball, guys. You're not gonna pass it anyways, you ball hogs. So, Nick.
Definitely go.
Let me go right here. Alright, I'm back. So,
I'm about to go ahead and smack
what the hell is
Don't
going
bring that
on?
shit
Why?
down here. I'm gonna smack that shit. I'm telling you.
There he goes. So, like I was trying to state, you know, you got people who go to McDonald's and they would prefer McDonald's over a restaurant that has better burgers, healthier burgers, tastes better, real meat, real everything, you know. And it's because we're used to it, you know, like you grew up with McDonald's. I want McDonald's. And it's just a standard in your mind and in your habits and your routines. So, you know what I mean? Like, so you get caught in that rhythm. So that's what happens with 2K, man. You know, it's been around for a while. NBA Live took a break, and people think it is the best, and they're so used to it. And McDonald's, and it's like saturated fat all over that game, and it's not worth it. That's just my opinion. But you know, people will be people, and these guys don't know how to pass. Good game. We're almost done. So people will be people, so they're gonna automatically stick to what they know, and it's just the way it is. Even with cultures, with religions, with lifestyles, and music taste, or any little thing, you know, people stick to it, and they'll fight you against all odds. And it's kind of one of those things where missed the rebound. I deserved that rebound. Somebody block this boy. Good foul. Might as well try to get a bucket and be selfish for once. Oh. So anyway, so the point of that story and that concept is that 2K's saturated fat food, you know, fast food restaurant. And then NBA Live to me is a real restaurant with real meat, with real food, healthy, you know, good price, but worth every penny. And it's currently underrated because of the fact that nobody knows, you know, and nobody's used to this type of living. It's like, I don't want to eat that. You know what I mean? I took a girl to the most expensive restaurant. You're going to spend over $200 on 2 plates and some drinks. Well over $200, right? On a date. And all she told me, like, we literally left. Like, she seen the menu and she's like, I don't want none of this. We ended up going to some ghetto restaurant because she's from the ghetto. And I thought maybe a project girl would love to see and to enjoy something that she's never been to, you know, something so expensive. But really, she didn't give a damn because she was so used to it. And there's nothing wrong with wanting and liking what she liked. What my issue is that she didn't want to explore, you know. She didn't want to try something different and say, let me try this, you know. She just wanted a burger. I just want a burger and some fries. And it's like, this restaurant doesn't serve ghetto food. And there's nothing wrong with that food. I'm from the ghetto. I grew up eating that. But you can appreciate other foods too. And that's where NBA Live, it's a more authentic NBA experience over 2K. And I love 2K for their growth as far as options and modes and stuff, that they have a good foundation there. But their gameplay experience, it is trash beyond trash. And people try to trash NBA Live because of things that they're not used to. A lot of what people trash for NBA Live is what they personally don't want You know, oh, I'm getting blocked too much. And it's true. There's a little bit of obsessive blocking in NBA Live. But guess what? Stop trying to force up shots with 3 dudes in front of you every play. Start trying to play the ball game and be for real. You know what I mean? Like, so it's complicated to kind of address that issue because there's so many different things. And people try to make their points of, oh, this is why live, you know. And it's like, no, stop doing that. You get me? So it's a lot more realistic NBA experience. And people ask me which one is better. I explain it to them. If you're looking to be like my 13-year-old child who doesn't really know basketball the way he should yet, he doesn't watch NBA the way he should, he's just a fan of basketball, he can play NBA 2K and have fun because it's a silly game. You know? It really is. You got 7'2" centers crossing people over like Curry, doing a step back 3-pointer from almost half court and making it in while being guarded. You know what I mean? Like, that's 2K. And it's like, I'm all set. And NBA Live has a little more realistic experience overall. And that's where I appreciate them, and I want this basketball NBA style experience. If I wanted a street ball game, I'll play NBA Streets or NBA Ballers or something crazy. You know? So that's where the difference is. And so when people ask me, it's like, look, man, you know, you want McDonald's or you want a 5-star restaurant? What are you looking for? You know, go for McDonald's. I'm sure you love McDonald's. You were born and raised on it. And that's what 2K is. And if you want actual food, authentic play, then you go for NBA Live. It's that simple. And it's a tough argument because people are, oh, but and there's small little details that you want to argue with. Like I just said, the blocking. I get blocked a lot down low. It's the most I've ever been blocked in a video game in NBA Live. But I actually love it because it makes me work for my shot and not just throw up forced 3-pointers. You know what I mean? And I mean forced layups and dunks. I have to work for it and get a good angle and break my guy's ankle or just bump him, do something to make it work. That was my fault on defense. Ooh, good miss. Thank God. So, you know, those are the type of things that make it different. And then every time I've heard a complaint about Live, it's never been like, oh, this game is the worst because of this or that. You know, it's like little tic-tac things. Like I said, the blocking thing is like, you know what? Stop taking bad shots. Stop forcing up shots, and you probably won't get blocked. It's not like people just magically block you out of nowhere. There are 2 guys in front of you, and you're going up for a dunk or a layup. All right? I don't care who you are. Vince Carter, who used to dunk on a lot of people, used to get blocked a lot also because he would force it up so much. You know what I mean? Oh, he got robbed. So that's where, you know, the live argument of, oh, but they, you know, that's one of the big things that people want to complain about. And, oh, no, I get blocked too much for this game. It's like, bro, trust me. I get blocked too, but it's because I'm throwing up crazy shots half the time with a dude right in front of me. Stop forcing it. This ain't a superstar imaginary game. This is real life ball. For example, right there, that collision, he didn't make the shot. Too much physical contact right there. Bro, I'm wide open. This dude not passing me the ball. He ain't gonna pass the ball ever. What's wrong with him? He's like 7 foot. So yeah, so you know, you gotta understand that balance. People just kind of make up their own mind in their own head with the lies that they tell themselves, and it's all because they want it easy, you know. So that's where the argument of comparing them to, it's like, oh, well, I hit it on the green, it didn't go in. You know, that was another complaint I was hearing about Live when it didn't go in, man. I kept going green. I'm green, it's supposed to go in. It's like, no, it ain't. I don't care who you are, you ain't always gonna make a shot, especially if you're contested, you know. And Lot does a pretty decent job with that. It's not so easy to make it when you're getting highly contested. And you know, the overall experience, if you compare them in that regard, there is no comparison. And that's where I appreciate them for that. While 2K has its fun street ball nonsense, it's more just jibber jabber, to be real. And that's just how I feel, and I understand, you know what I mean? Like, McDonald's is the most popular, so you're gonna always go to McDonald's. It's just the way it is. And I ain't mad at you for that. Go live your life. Hey, keep getting that paper. Just live your life. But don't go hating on one or the other. You know what I mean? Like, I'm speaking honestly. I know it might sound harsh in a way to some other guys, but it's really not. I'm just being truthful, man. And I hope people can accept it and wake up. And it's not about basketball. I'm talking life. When I talked about, the same guy came back into the lobby, I think. When I talked about the McDonald's reference, this is a real life issue that we do. You know what I mean? We're so caught up in this system that we create, not just with McDonald's, but with everything that we do. Instead of going to the corner store where you can get the same item for just about the same price, you'll go to a Walmart and get a lesser item because you're just used to going to Walmart. You know what I mean? And it costs more there, but since you always go there, you know what I mean? So it's like, why don't you try something different? Look for a new store, see if you get a discount, see if you get thing. So what's cool about this, right? This is what happened. The first game we played against the Knicks. The second game we played against the Thunder. Now we're playing against their all-stars. We got Porzingis. Oh wow. Who's on their team? Porzingis, Carmelo, Paul, Westbrook, and Tim Hardaway. Those are the guys currently in the other team. So this is like the all-stars of those two teams. So Melo versus Knicks, and then they give you play against the Thunder, play against the Knicks, and play against some of their best players all together. Oh my God, Westbrook just disrespected me, bro. Ooh, good stuff. But nah, so you know, I try to wake up the world as far as like those realities are very true on every regard. It's not an easy task to understand and to break those habits that we got. You know what I mean? I'm used to it too, man. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to CVS. We all go to, even in Puerto Rico, I went to my country for the first time like 4 years ago, and it was an amazing experience, but I ended up being American again while I'm there. You know what I mean? My family went to a restaurant, McDonald's restaurant. It's like, I ain't trying to go to this McDonald's restaurant. I want to go to a Puerto Rican one where I've never been here 30 plus years. Damn, I got fouled. And I've never been here. Why don't you let me experience what it's like? You know what I mean? Take me to the fancy Spanish restaurants. Let's go there for a second. Forget about this McDonald's. And I was upset, and we ended up going somewhere else, eating somewhere good. Because I eat McDonald's. McDonald's is so accessible. Every city in America has a McDonald's everywhere you go. Damn, they just dunking on. Are we gonna lose right now? I think we just lost, man. My team sucks. They got no defense. They got no offense. They don't even know how to pass me the ball. They should just let me. This guy better make that shot. I was about to say. No. Damn, guys, we done lost. Well, there goes that. That's a bad way to end it. We took the L. But anyway, the moral of the story is, you know, you get comfortable in that rhythm of products, and the product becomes saturated with fat. And that's what 2K's been doing, and it's like there comes a point where the gamers have to make a stand. If you continue to buy and you continue to, never mind buying the game, never mind that they got like $200 collector's editions, which is a lot of money for a basketball game that comes out every year, and people are buying that. On top of that, the whole VC buying it every week, people trying to, like, you can't upgrade your guy fast. It'll take you months to get them maxed out, you know what I mean? And people will spend money to try to at least boost them up to the 80s, and it's sad. And then they spend their money on, I need to get a haircut, so I got to spend money on that. And now it's not about the money, right? It's not the money that's the problem. Like, if you got money, you want to spend it, go ahead. But pay to win type of gaming is a disrespect to a gamer who spends his life trying to do good and play a game and enjoy it. And it's like, why am I going to grind if some guy has to pay to get up to where he is, more or less? You know what I mean? So with NBA Live, they don't do that. It's real ball, real authentic flow, and I can appreciate that. Now, again, you can knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone, and nitpick all these small things from NBA Live, but overall, we know the truth. We know the truth. And I was gonna put my article out tomorrow, but I decided to wait until next week because I got too much going on today to talk NBA. I mean, to post that article during my esports event that is closing out. Damn, West. That was all my fault on defense. That's the damn ball, fool. These guys really suck. It's like no teamwork. Dude's just forcing it up. But anyway, that's what I got to say. You asking me. That was a comment and a couple questions that I answered within what I was saying when somebody was bringing up 2K. I'm just trying to be real about it, you know. Teammates ain't got no D. Teammates, they need vitamin D. If this guy does the same thing again, and he is gonna do the same thing again. Trying to make a miss, force it. But yeah, so somebody was asking about 2K. They was asking what's so different and what's better. And what, you know, I'm not gonna get into all the details, but overall, man, live is where it's at, and it's hard. Like I said. You can't give up McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King and Popeyes and KFCs, you know, all these big corporations. You serious, dude? Bad. As long as we get the win, baby. Get out of here, little boy. Let me get that. Let me get the ball once, you greedy hogs. It's not gonna pass it. Nobody want to pass it because the first guy ball hogged for like 3-4 plays in a row. But anyway, so yeah, so that's it, man. And you know, you form your own opinion. Oh, McDonald's is the best. That's why I always go there. Nah, a McDonald's is convenient. It's not the best. It's very convenient. It's everywhere. It's cheap food. You know, you're used to it because you ate it your whole life, so it's convenient, but it is not good. There it is. We got the win. Holla for $1. So now after you win this, you get a crate for that event. Then I'm going to open it up and see what I got in a minute. But that is my last game. So if you got any last comments you want to throw at me, now's the time. I'm about to turn this off, start watching my basketball game in a minute, as my New York Knicks will be playing against the Thunder, and it's the first game in my life that I will root against the New York Knicks the whole game. I don't want to see the Knicks get injured or have a bad season. I just want them to lose against Carmelo Anthony, who deserves a lot of credit for sticking it out with the Knicks and doing everything he can for the Knicks. But yeah, so there we go. We're done with this live event and done for the day. I'll probably play some more next week or tomorrow or the next day, whenever. But it's a good time. NBA Live is where it's at, man. And right now they got a deal. I think it's like $20-30 right now. I gotta look it up. I didn't check the exact numbers, but I know it was, I remember it being like $30 for NBA Live. Oh snap! Look at this. Team Heroes, Eastern Team Heroes, All-Star predictions. Okay, okay. So anyway, so we're gonna go into the rewards so I can collect my reward here. Banga. Let's see what we got. It's a warm-up jersey. Nothing crazy, man. Nothing crazy. Blazers warm-up jersey. I do like Damian Lillard. I think he's one of the best point guards in the NBA. People be sleeping on him. But I appreciate everybody that came out and that's going to watch this later. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all very soon. And take care.